It is day 50 of our 100-day corrective exercise and scripture reading challenge. That means we are halfway there. And because we're halfway there, we are going to do a full body circuit workout with 1.5 rep movements. I don't know if you've ever trained with 1.5 rep movements, but here's some reasons why you might want to do it. I had to write it down. I have my little cheat sheet. Number one, it causes some increased time under tension, which helps improve hypertrophy without increasing your load. So if you still don't have weights at home, you can do these 1.5 rep movements that will help increase your load without actually adding extra weight. Number two, it reinforces technical proficiency and it improves sticking points. Number three, it increases mental tenacity because those half reps, they'll start to burn, and that means it's working. Now, as far as the Bible is concerned, when I think of halfway, I think of half-heartedness, and I think of verses that we struggle with, or verses that help us to see how we struggle with a half-hearted heart. Now, this verse doesn't specifically say half-hearted, but it says double-minded man. And when I think of a double-minded man, I think of somebody that is half-hearted. And I also think of the most horrible workout move, which is the split squat. So whenever I think of this verse, I think of split squats, and we will add split squats to our circuit today. So this is from James 1, 2 through 7. Trials and temptations. Consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to him. But when he asks, he must believe and not doubt, because he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That man should not think he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all he does. Now, this verse has meant so much to me in my life because being raised on a coal mine, most of the people around us did not go to college. They were people that came from Poland, Russia, Germany. We lived in a very ethnic, small community on a coal mine in Pennsylvania. So education wasn't really ingrained in us. And being a Polish girl in those days, it was quite popular to tell Polak jokes. And so I always had this image that I'm not smart, I can't be smart, I'm a Polak, I'm a dumb Polak, and I'm raised on a coal mine. So racism has many, many forms, and racism has been around since the beginning of time, and I think it's going to be here until the end of the world, until we're living in the one perfect paradise that Jesus has prepared for us. So just because I'm a very light-skinned person doesn't mean that I didn't suffer some form of racism with a last name like Musowski. How do you spell that? What is that? Wow, you're a Polak. So anyways, to make a long story even longer, I love these verses that teach me where true wisdom comes from. It just fills up my whole being when I learn that God has given me wisdom, and when I ask for God, he will give me wisdom, and I just love that. I no longer have to think of myself as I even hate to say the word dumb Polak because that's just such a wrong thing to call somebody, but believe it or not, I was called that many, many times in my life. And this also keeps me close to what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. One of my best friends growing up was Russian. We celebrated Russian Christmas every year after our own Christmas. My family celebrated Polish Christmas, and her family celebrated Russian Christmas. So this is just a part of my upbringing. So what's going on in the Ukraine and Russia is specifically close to my heart. So don't think that it isn't, or that I'm not thinking about it, even if I'm not preaching about it every single day. So double-minded also, when we ask God to give us the things we're asking for, we have to believe that he's going to give it to us in some form or fashion. He doesn't always give us what we think we need, but he gives us what he knows that we need. So we need to keep that in mind as well. Okay, so with that, we are going to start this 1.5 rep workout. Full body. We are starting with push. Actually, we're not. We're starting with a little bit of foam rolling. Oh, for this workout, if you want to be prepared, of course you can do this workout with no equipment whatsoever, because I don't want to hear excuses. But if you want to be completely prepared, we're going to be doing a kettlebell half get up, another thing to mark our halfway mark. So if you have a kettlebell, you can get a kettlebell. If not, you can do it with body weight or with a dumbbell. And I will have 2 different sets of dumbbells for the work that we're going to do. If you have a stability ball, I can show you different ways to do different moves if you have one. All right, so we are going to start with foam rolling the calves. Okay, this is going to be our quick warm up. Just a really quick calf self-myofascial release. If you don't have any equipment while we're doing this, you can spend some time just squeezing out your calf muscles. And that will help just as much if you don't have a foam roller or you're not able to foam roll. I'm also going to use a chair. So if you have a chair nearby, if you don't, I will show you how to do things without the chair, but I know everybody has a chair in their house, I would think. Okay, moving on to those quads. We're going to keep it fast. So even though I usually like to do my quads one at a time, we're just going to do both quads at the same time to make this a nice quick warm up for this workout. All right, I'm going to stay in place. So I think I've got a good amount of tension right here. All right, moving on to those lats. I like to lift my hips up in my lat foam rolling so that I can get more pressure into that muscle. But if you're new at foam rolling, you're probably going to want to keep your hips down because you are going to be feeling the pain and you're going to hate it. All right, moving on to that other side. All right, so we're going to put that away for now. We're going to do our erector spinae stretch as an active stretch. So I'm going to do 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, stability ball, active lat stretch. So I'm going to push the ball out and bring it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to switch to that other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to take this ball side to side and press down to stretch my chest muscles. This also is going to activate your core muscles. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. That will stay in place right No, I'm gonna put it right there. All right, now we're gonna do our hip flexor stretch. I like to do an active hip flexor stretch like this, but not everybody likes that on their knees. So if you need to, you can do it just stepping forward like this. So that could be your two options. 3, 4, 5, or you can do it like this as well, but that seems to take more balance. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For the adductors, we're just going to do a side-to-side lunge here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For the hamstrings, and in light of what we were talking about, we're doing the polka stretch here. I love the polka stretch. So your heel goes down, toe goes up, and your hips go back. No rounding of that upper back. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're gonna start this workout with push-ups. 1.5 push-ups. So if you are able to do a floor push-up, it's going to go like this. We're going down, halfway up, down again, and up. That's 1 rep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do these on your knees if you want. 9, and 10. All right. Our next one is going to be a bent over row. So I'm going to use my heavier weights for this one. If you have heavier weights, you can do that as well. So I'm going to have you, so with my clients newer to this move, I usually will have them stabilize their booty on a wall like this, and that will help you support yourself. I don't really need to do that, so I'm going to come out here and we're going to do a row, halfway down, back up. That's 1. Row, halfway down, back up. That's 2. Row, halfway down, back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Our next one is going to be lighter weights because that's going to be L raises. I definitely cannot do L raises with as heavy weights as I can row. All right, so an L raise is going to be 1 weight forward and 1 weight sideways, and then halfway down, back up, and that's 1. So we're going to do this move and the rest of our moves for 30 seconds, so I don't have to keep counting. I brought the clock out. You might hear it ticking, and that is why I don't want to have to try to count these 1.5 rep moves. Make sure you're breathing. 5 more seconds. All right, now we have our rotation, dumbbell rotation. All right, so we're gonna do 30 seconds on each side. So we're gonna rotate out halfway and back to center. Rotate and back to center. You should feel this in your obliques. All right, set that down and do a little bit of shoulder circles. All right, we're gonna rest for 5 more seconds, and then we're gonna take it to the other side. All right, so here we go, halfway and back, over halfway and back. Halfway there. One more. All right, now we're on squat. You can do a box squat if you would like, or a chair squat. That's what I'll do. And I'm going to use my heavier weights for this one. So for this one, you can put your weights anywhere you want to put them. I'm going to rack them on my shoulders. I'm going to go to the corner of my chair like this so you can see me at an angle. So you want to sit back, come up halfway, back down and up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that little half rep really gets me sweating. All right, so split squat. You might not be able to do a Bulgarian split squat, and if that's the case, you might just want to hold on to something. Step back, keep your feet not like a balance beam like this, but more train track, and step back. So that will help with your balance. So your split squat will be like that. If you're just new to split squats, mine, and those of you who are more advanced at training, are going to do a Bulgarian split squat, which means you're going to put one foot up on something and then come down, get your weights, and do a split squat like this. In my opinion, is one of the most painful. Oh, and I forgot to do the little thingy. Oh boy, this is about to get real bad. All right, down, halfway up, and up. Down, halfway up, and up. Ooh, down, halfway up, and up. Down, halfway. Ooh, down, halfway, and up. Down, halfway, up. All right. All right, a little bit of rest on that one before we switch to the other side. Now, I find split squats or Bulgarian split squats to be rather metabolic. They really get my heart rate up. So that's why I'm taking a little rest in between this, but we're getting ready to start that other side. Down, halfway up, and up. You can see how heavy this is making me breathe. I'm starting to sweat. All right, a couple more. All right, we are done with that one. Now we've got, for our hinge today, we're going to do a hip thrust. So I'm going to use this again. So a hip thrust, you're going to have yourself elevated on something like this, and you're going to bring your hips down and raise them up. You also can do this on the floor if you don't have anything else. So you can do it on the floor like this. You can add weights to your hips like this. And if you have a stability ball, you can take it on here, all right? And then you're gonna take it up, and this takes a lot of balance. So you're gonna go up, halfway down, up, and down. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last 1. All right, now we've got a half get up. If you have a kettlebell, this is going to be the most proper way to do it. If you don't, you can practice, and it's good to practice without anything. So we're just gonna have a bent leg on one side, and that's the same side that you're raising up. You're gonna press through. This hand right here is flat on the floor at an angle beside you. You can press through that hand and this heel. Inhale and up. We're gonna do these just at regular time. 2, 3, and if you want to add the kettlebell, you're gonna rack it on your shoulder here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, this is the half get up. It's halfway to the Turkish get up. So we're doing the other side now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, how'd you do with that? I'm gonna grab a drink, you grab a drink, and then I'm gonna run you through another circuit without any instruction or talking. I'm gonna try to use the clock this time. All right, we're starting with the push-ups. Let me clean my space up a little bit here. And here we go. Looking at the clock. I'm gonna go this way so I can see the clock. Going down, up. push, our pull. We're going back to the bent over row. All right, ready, set. We're halfway there. One more. All right. Rotation. Nope. L raises. Push, pull, press. All right. Here we go. Get yourself set up. Your lighter weights. And here we go. Almost there. I think this is our last one. All right, now it's rotation time. This time, we're gonna do 30 seconds side to side. All right, so we're gonna go here, halfway, and across. Here, halfway, and across. Trying to figure out what's the half on this. I think it was easier to figure out the halfway point, not rotating, but that's exercise. It's an experiment. All right, so now we've got the box squat. All right. So I'm gonna go in the corner right here so you can see it from this angle. So we've got up, halfway, down, halfway up, and up. Down, halfway up, and up. All right, the Bulgarian split squat. Oh boy, the fun that this is. All right, here we go. Get that foot up. You're so balanced. All right. So, down, halfway up, and up. Oh, 10 more seconds. All right. A little bit of rest from that one. Set those down. Get ready to set up on the other side. All right. Here we go. Get your balance and your load. All right. So down, halfway up, and up. Hopefully you have music on your end so you don't have to listen to me breathing. But hopefully you're not holding your breath and you're breathing too. All right, this round for my hip and my hinge, I am going to do the hip thrust. So leaning here on my chair, using my weight like this, and hip thrusting like this. All right, we've got 10 more seconds on this one. Ah, I forgot the negative. All right. All right, we got the negative for a little bit of the time. All right. Or the half thingy. All right. You're still getting a workout. All right. Let's do our last half. Get up. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, other side. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. How are you doing out there? I'm hot and sweaty. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. I would prefer for you to do another round so that you're doing a complete 3 or 4 round circuit, but I never know how long my phone will continue to charge, and I don't want to run out of time and risk losing the whole thing. So this was your full body halfway there workout. Hopefully you're going to do it. Hopefully you're going to see some results, because I know if you stay consistent and you keep doing these daily, you will see results. And I will see you tomorrow for another new move or another new workout and another scripture. See you then. Bye-bye.